As the 77th UN General Assembly has got into full swing here in New York, the calls for African representation are getting louder.
From Nigeria to Congo, Kenya to South Africa, one big topic of conversation over the past few years has been masculinity.
What does it mean, and is it in crisis? But is that any justification? I'm hearing you talk about socialization. Ilo, you're talking about socialization. I'm sure there are millions of people watching right now, women saying, are we making excuses for men who have no excuse at all?
So together with two colleagues, I'm going undercover at one of the church's biggest events of the year. It's being held in London.
Kulala kwangu naye kuchimwili ilikuwa magombano. Na ilikuwa naweka ni mtu wangu, meneza mfanyizisha binyi minapenda, saa ninapenda na wakati minapenda.
Basi kavuika kuya, nilienda zunguruka kidogo hivi, kumbe nisha mpika kachipasi hapa kutumbo, kumbe alikuwa na mimba ya miezi 4. Direct nikasikia mwanamke pale imekuwa fix.
Un rêve de pouvoir en finir avec la violence sous toutes ses formes dans ces pays-ci. Pour que nous puissions rendre ces pays vivables et pour les hommes, et pour les femmes, et pour les filles, et pour les garçons.
Across Africa, feeding a growing population will be a huge challenge.
This feels like Africa. Huge, vast, exciting. It's just, my eyes are popping out my head looking at it. Can we open the window? Let's have a look. All right, brace yourself.
It was an unfortunate result for Nigeria's men's basketball team here at the Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo on day 2 of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Hi and welcome back to the Roundup. I'm Aaron here in Tokyo. Join me for a special Olympics edition of the Roundup where we take a look at some of the top stories making headlines this week. Scenes of devastation in the northwestern state of Kaduna in Nigeria, after at least 85 people were killed in a military airstrike that apparently went wrong.
Some of the venue getting closed, so it's so very much affected to the Tokyo culture, like a street culture.
I may be the first Nigerian American ever elected in US history to Congress, but I surely don't want to be the last.
If we mobilize people outside of DC as well as educate the community in DC, I believe we can get DC statehood within the next 5 years. That's my goal. Not a lot of Africans are involved politically. However, with this race, I hope more of us decide to take that route.
I'm here to make sure that we get our voices out.
I would describe In the Black Fantastic exhibition as a constellation of really extraordinary artists looking at the future and the past to address issues of the present.
What does it mean to be African and a New Yorker? Freedom. I feel free. My name is Ngone and I live in New York. My family is from Senegal and I was born and raised in France. One of my videos went viral while I was driving Uber.
I got into my Uber this morning and look at how gorgeous my driver is.
That video have over 22 million views right now, over million likes. And because of that video, I have about 30,000 followers.
Thousands and thousands of African women work as maids in the Middle East, bound to their employer under a system known as kafala. Some women see it as vital to supporting their families at home, but disturbing stories have emerged of horrific abuse, with sometimes fatal consequences. Critics of kafala claim it's akin to modern-day slavery, a system which can entrap women struggling to escape poverty. BBC Africa Eye. Made in Hell.
Clive Myrie in Kyiv.
Tonight at 10, we are live in the Ukrainian capital Kyiv, where Boris Johnson has been meeting President Zelensky.
I'm grateful to the United Kingdom that continues and intensifies the sanctions and also provides significant support to Ukraine by reinforcing our defence capacities.
Also in the programme tonight.
My thanks to our audience and also to our panel for taking part in today's stimulating discussion. Remember, we want to hear where you stand too. Go to our BBC Africa social media platforms and let us know. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Aaron Akinyemi, BBC News, New York.